versus Sweet, and I will give this one to. Uh, I'll give this as a 3-0 in favor of Sweet. Phyrexius was playing pretty well in that last match, but just even despite losing in the upper bracket final 3-1, I felt like Sweet was still playing phenomenal, and I think he has what it takes to take this series 3-0. So especially with these wall rides that and the push shot coming from Phi catches Sweet a little bit to the back left corner side of the court, so the first points will go over in favor of Sweet. But yeah, these wall rides that Sweet has been pulling out have been pretty deadly tonight. So, but the overcurve coming like from Sweet allows Phi to push up to the net. Does not manage to score from it though, with players just having a just battle right now. With players unable to find the point right now, just trying to find a way past the defense. Phi does slide, so the pressure is on him right now, and the wall ride will secure 27 points for Sweet. So yeah, Sweet is looking incredibly deadly tonight, especially with those wall rides. We'll see if Phyrexius has an answer for those. So far he's kind of just been having to slide for them. It's Sweet. Oh, once again Phyrexius with the predictive play. Goes for the Z. Sweet with the super return with the spiral. So Phyrexius does manage to stop it though, so both players are just up right now. Phi is forced to slide. Sweet with the filth will put him up to 47 points, so just 3 points shy of taking the first set. But already in the first set, what an incredible game we've had so far. These super returns from the players have been insane, but Phyrexius and Sweet with the wall ride battle, and Sweet goes for the third wall ride, and Phyrexius managed to predict it, stuck up his shield, but was not standing close enough to that wall, so Sweet will end up taking the first set. Does force Phyrexius to slide in the first rally. Sweet continues with the juice, but no, he actually missed times, and both players will be reset back to starting out from the number one perfect streak, but Phyrexius manages to close it out relatively early, so 17 point lead for Phyrexius so far in the second set. Sweet is just up, goes for that wall ride from the mid court, manages to score from it once again, so far Phyrexius not really having an answer for these wall rides. Of course a push shot probably would have worked to see him right there. Phyrexius with the short hop does not manage to score, and Sweet with whatever that was, the bouncer. And Phyrexius actually scores against Sweet this time with the wall ride, so Phyrexius finds himself 34 points up against Sweet's 11. Phyrexius is just up right now. Sweet predicts the shot into the post though, reads it well, and returns it back to the opposite post, so he's managed to bring himself back up to 24 points. We'll see if he can make the comeback and take the first game. Both players just up right now, just trying to find a gap in the defense, and Phyrexius finds the bottom right post once again, putting himself up to 45 points. Almost taking the second set, but manages to make a mistake there, tries to block it with his shield, but slips on past him, so Sweet finds himself at 33 points. Still, the pressure is on him though. Phyrexius with the just shot into the post does not score, and once again Sweet with that wall ride down the left hand side will even things up, so we are at jam point here. 45 points to 45. Whoever takes this will take the set. If it is Sweet, will take the first game. But no, it will be Phyrexius taking the second set, so the first game is not over quite yet. And both players have they've had insane just battles. Right now, both players not really wanting to give up on their juice streak, so I'm not too sure if it's a case of the players just playing amazing defense right now and predicting where their opponent is going to throw, or if it is just the fact that they're not placing their shots well enough. And I think, to be honest, it might be a mixture of both. We have seen some predictive movements from the players, but a couple of the shots have been directly into their opponent's hands as well, so it's a mixture of both. Sweet almost reading that one wrong, does move the wrong direction for a split second, but he actually manages to get the point from it. despite almost giving it up himself. So he does find himself in the lead, 20 points to 17. Both players did find themselves just up once again, but Sweet missing his perfect streak to continue it, and he's managing to predict Phyrexius' shot so far and does find himself back on the juice, but the short top coming out from Phy will manage to score. So Phyrexius managing to find himself only 12 points away from taking the first game, despite being one set down, and Sweet does manage to force the slide out of Phyrexius loose, so only 5 points separating the two players right now. Old man Grump rooting for Phyrexius. Let's go Phy. But can he manage to do it? He manages to let that one slip by him, but it is only a 12-point difference of him taking the first set though, so can he keep it up? He is just right now. Does force the slide out of Sweet, and 11 points was the score. So I actually like that play coming out from Sweet. I'm not sure if he actually noticed he was at 11 points in the rally, but decided to go for that aggressive play. So despite losing the rally, he still had another chance. So I like that aggressive play, despite it not working out. But we are jam point right here, and Sweet manages to find the outside of the post, bouncing inside. We'll take the first set. We'll take the first game. That will put him up 1-0. It is a best of 5, so a long way to go in this series. Can Phyrexius manage to pull it back? Phyrexius already messing up his perfect streak though, so that's going to give a huge advantage for Sweet. Can he put the aggression on though, now that it matters? Phyrexius managing to recover from it quite well though, but Sweet with the overcurve to the left post does manage to get himself the points. Both players just building up their perfect streaks once again, but Phyrexius with the slide does give the advantage over to Sweet, and he will take the points from it. So Sweet looking pretty strong right now. It seems like Phyrexius is the one making the mistake so far, but Sweet, of course we have seen Sweet making a few mistakes himself. A couple of times he has mistimed his throws and lost his juice for no reason. So it's something Sweet will probably be keeping an eye on. He's probably focusing on not letting that happen again. Phyrexius does manage to force the slide out of Sweet though. So just with the pressure, he does have that just, but Sweet manages to force the slide out of Phyrexius. We are up to 20 points in this rally so far. Sweet with the short top does not manage to score, and the wall ride once again does give Sweet the first set. So quite a convincing first set from Sweet, 61 points to 10. Both players just up once again, but Phyrexius kind of pushed up, still in that middle court area, just places it right in front of him, and Sweet running the wrong way. So Phyrexius will take the first rally in the second set, but Phyrexius trying to go for that prediction down the wall does not work out for him this time, as Sweet did go for the fill down the left hand side, and Phyrexius once again forces a slide. Sweet missing his slide, but still managed to get the super from it, but went for the saw blade and Phyrexius was already there. Kind of surprising that Phyrexius did not get the super return from that. That was kind of his chance to take the rally, I guess, but he kind of threw that one away, quite literally with the disc, you know. Sorry for the bad joke, but Phyrexius still managing to keep himself in the set so far. Only 1 point difference between the players right now. Both players do find themselves up in the juice. Both players just going for that wall ride battle. Sweet with the drop shot, Phy with the wall ride once again, but Sweet will not fall for it. So once again we do find both players looking to build up on that perfect streak, but Phy caught Sweet running the wrong direction, so that does put Phyrexius up to 44 points. Sweet being 25 points away from taking the set, so things looking good for Phyrexius so far, but a nice read from Sweet manages to catch Phyrexius' shot down the line and returns it straight back up, so only a 6-point difference between the players right now. Phyrexius is just up looking to take the set though. Goes for that wall ride, Sweet reads it once again, goes for the return wall ride, and Sweet is already running to that left hand side, managing to read Phyrexius' shots phenomenally so far, and Sweet not giving up does manage to force the slide out of Phyrexius, so both players resetting their juice, and Phyrexius tried to play aggressive, either that or he accidentally used his slide button, and Sweet just took full advantage of that, placed it down on the left hand side where Phyrexius was nowhere to be found, so a pretty crucial mistake coming out from Phyrexius. We will find Sweet in a 2-0 lead so far, so kind of the opposite of what we seen Sweet in the upper bracket final. He was the one being 2-0 down. Can we see Phyrexius bring back some games? Can he possibly go for the reverse sweep? Sweet was unable to make it happen in the upper bracket, but Phyrexius is a different player. Can he make it happen? I'm sure Sweet will definitely not be wanting that to happen, so I think Sweet will be looking to try and finish things up as 3-0. Phyrexius definitely playing pretty well. Sweet is playing a slight bit better. He's definitely had the better Phyrexius so far. Phyrexius managing to get that super, goes for the saw blade, and being so far pushed up to the net, and with that juice, Sweet will not be able to get to it, so Phyrexius does find himself in the lead once again, only 5 points though. Both players still quite a bit away from taking the first set. Sweet managing to take the lead back for himself though. So these rallies have been pretty close. A couple of the sets have been a bit one-sided in favour of Sweet, but the majority of the sets have been pretty close in general, so we just see it back and forth between the two players right now, each of them just taking turns of taking the lead. It has been working out in favour of Sweet so far. The wall ride from the middle of the court, catching Phyrexius off guard, does put Sweet up to 41 points, but it is only a 4-point difference right now. Both players looking to take the victory off of this rally. We are up to 12 points so far, and there it is. Sweet with the filth will take the first set, so the pressure is on Phyrexius right now. He cannot afford to lose another set or he will be out of the tournament in 3rd place. And a nice skimmer coming from Phyrexius, forces the slide out of Sweet twice in a row. Phyrexius with the super, goes for the saw blade, does manage to catch Sweet off, out of position, so Phyrexius is having a lot of success with these supers. He's reading Sweet shots pretty well, but I feel like it's because he's making a lot of predictive plays in general, and quite a lot of times it hasn't worked out for him. Another insane just battle between the two players though, working out in favour of Sweet once again, and surprisingly Sweet quite a few times has went for this insane bouncing shot off the walls, bouncing multiple times, which is something you don't really see from top level players. I don't know if it's something Sweet is doing on purpose or if he's just playing so nervous that he didn't have time to react to actually curve his disc or not. So it's actually managed to work out surprisingly well for him so far, despite if he has meant it or not. Both players just up once again. Sweet managing to force the slide out of Phyrexius twice in a row, goes for the drop shot. Sweet with the wall ride does manage to bag himself at 22 points, but that will put him on 49 points. Only 1 point away from taking the series. Things are looking pretty dire for Phyrexius right now. He cannot afford to lose another rally, but there it is. The wall ride coming out from Sweet will finish things off. So, well, what a one-sided but insanely close series at the same time. Both players just playing fantastic. We do see a 100